Hello, great edition, good on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Excited to have you here again. A lot to discuss, a lot to unpack. Disappointing game already in the English Premier League. If you're a Chelsea fan, exciting game. If you're a Manchester United fan, we'll break that down for you. So stick and stay, don't go nowhere. This is Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. We'll give you the best of football and analysis. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you turn on notification. Make sure you choose this dial. This is Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. If you've not subscribed to the channel, pause the video right now. Go in there, subscribe to the channel, and then of course turn on notification. In the notification place button, make sure you do choose all. My name is Fiifi-Manfred. This is Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. There is a lot to unpack for you. Mauricio Pochettino out. Oh, see, where do Chelsea go from here? And I'm about to tell you what really went wrong with Chelsea. But before I do, there's a lot more that I have to tell you. I'll tell you what went wrong for Chelsea, where Chelsea have to go from here, what Chelsea really have to do. Interim manager, the manager leaves, change in players, old guard, everything that has to be said. Bella Silva has said something about Thiago Silva in his time at Chelsea. She said, and I quote, "Change now, else before you do, it may be too late." That is very telling. Very telling. Does it mean that the players behind the scene don't trust in Mauricio Pochettino and the job he's doing again? Does it mean that Thiago Silva, has problems with Mauricio Pochettino? But see, before we unpack all of that and talk about all of that details, let us talk about Manchester United and how they've been brilliant with everything that they've been doing. Manchester United have got 2 wins out of 2 in the last few games. They went away to do the job done at the Molineux. Today, West Ham United with a team, everybody on, Mohamed Kudus, everything came on at Old Trafford and they got the job done. 3-0. Not even Mohamed Kudus was able to get a goal for West Ham United. And Manchester United tend to be getting the job done. The young side of the team, Rasmus Hojlund, Alejandro Garnacho, have been getting the goals for them. Alejandro Garnacho with a brace, Rasmus Hojlund with just a goal. But these 3, of course, in the middle of the park, Kobbie Mainoo, instrumental, pulling the string from central areas, being the main guy, orchestrating the play, being that leader of the orchestra in the middle of the park for Manchester United, getting the job done. Again, this is about the 2 games in a row where Bruno Fernandes hasn't really played so well. In fact, for Forza Football, they gave him a whooping low of about just 6.7. Not good enough, but he got the assist in. And that's the difference that I always say between Chelsea and Manchester United. When Man United have a bad day, they find ways to win. Other people step up and they get a win. When Chelsea gets a bad day, they just don't seem to be able to find a way to win games. And it was telling against Wolverhampton Wanderers. It was a good game with Kobbie Mainoo, Casemiro in the middle of the park. In fact, this even wasn't a good game for Kobbie Mainoo, but the big one was Chelsea. See, let me just run you through something. Chelsea, in favor of Chelsea, possession, XG, shots on goal, everything in favor of Chelsea. But out of 23 games in the English Premier League this season, Chelsea have conceded 39, a whooping 39, more than they did at the same period, more than they have at the same period last season under the 3 managers that were there. They are real worrying times. And the question I asked at the beginning is that, where do Chelsea go from here? And if you're a Chelsea fan, I want to hear from you. Even before I go on with my analysis and I tell you everything that I want to say in a chronological manner, tell me, where do you think Chelsea goes from here? Where does Mauricio Pochettino go from here? Where does Winstanley, Vivell is out, Stewart, Schilt? Where do they go from here? Todd Bowley, the Blue Coal, Baghdad, Egbali, Florencio, where do they go from here? Because yes, it is true. It is true that yes, when you buy young players, you are going to be patches like that. You're going to have wishy-washy results at some point in time. Sometimes results are not going to come and everything. And maybe you need to be patient. But that is the lowest of all the levels I've seen Chelsea playing. It is absurd. I've never seen it at that level before. Again at Anfield. See, forget about tactics even for a minute. There was a lack of intensity at Anfield. The team lacked every intensity that you think that any team will need to play in any game. They lacked it. Again, you go and play at home. Chelsea, this is the first time since 2021 against West Bromwich Albion, when Chelsea lost by 4 goals to 2 or 5 goals to 2 or so, where they've gone up by a goal to 0 and then they are not winning at halftime and then they end up losing. That's symbolic. That is drop dead, low level. And you see, I will not even be shocked if people start saying that Mauricio Pochettino should go. I'm not shocked that people are saying that Poch out and it's trending that Pochettino should go. Because seriously, Pochettino has been below par in terms of the tactical standards of the game. If you watch Pochettino's teams, this Chelsea team, he has been shambolic in terms of tactics. Yes, there's a conversation, and if you've been listening to me here, I'm the first to always be at his defense when you talk about injuries and whatnot for the team. But he's been bad, like pretty bad, proper bad, in terms of tactics. And in the last few games, it has been telling. Where do you play Enzo Fernandez? Why does he vacate the middle zone? Go and watch Arsenal versus Liverpool right now. Odegaard, Jorginho, Rice are playing the middle of the park. Odegaard comes from high up, comes inside helping build up, doesn't vacate and quickly go up again. He stays in there to help in progression. And in this game again, Pochettino, Caicedo, Enzo Fernandez double pivots in build up. In my opinion, in theory, that's the best double pivots in build up. So why does Enzo vacate that area? And see, Enzo vacates that area. There is little to no help for Enzo Fernandez, Caicedo in build up. And because he's also very erratic, when you turn it over, he fails to defend, and it has to be in a structure that he gets the job done. And they are in a pretty bad place. Chelsea are in a pretty bad place. 1 hour after the game, Mauricio Pochettino decided not to even meet the press to talk to them. He had been staying inside with his team, not speaking to the press, not doing a post-match presser. And you ask yourself, what's really going on? See, Thiago Silva, it is high time. I've loved Thiago Silva. He's an excellent player, plays very well. But see, there was always going to be a time where for his age, he was going to slow down. And for all the things that his wife is saying, maybe it's time for Thiago Silva himself to get a change and not the team. Thiago Silva wants to be out of the team. He's old, the lack of pace and everything. He can't be Chelsea's best centre back. I'm sure that in there, some of the young players believe that Thiago isn't helping them. But who are you going to talk to? And I really think that there is much more to everything that's going on. Intensity-wise, that is gone. The press, Raheem Sterling doesn't help the team at the very least. And it is high time Mauricio Pochettino stops being stubborn, tweaks how he plays, finds a befitting tactics to get a job done. And somebody ask yourself, why are you still talking about he tweaking and whatnot? I don't think Pochettino should be sacked. Yes, Poch out is trending. I don't think Pochettino should be sacked. I think that regardless of the fact that he hasn't been good tactically, in terms of the general management of the team, he has been spot on. Managing of young players, managing of injuries, managing of even things in the boardroom. He has been good. And trust me, the game goes beyond just the tactical play on the field of play. I'll bet that's very important when you want to go. But in this contest, maybe there's a need for Chelsea to exercise patience till the end of the season, do a proper review, and then find a proper replacement for him. You sack him now, you go in for an interim, you start and go to square one again. Which for me is a proper waste of time for everything that has been done throughout the season. Pochettino had pre-season with the team. He has seen the team thus far. You expect better from him, granted. But sacking him now, in the middle of everything that's going on, is going back to square one. There is the need for Pochettino to understand that there is fire on him. The sporting directors need to let him know that we are not smiling any longer. You need to get the job done now, else you are in proper trouble. You are in trouble. And you need to do the job, get results. Because everything today was lackluster. Wolves beating Chelsea back to back, home and away, in one Premier League season. That's bad. That is bad, and things need to change. Things ought to change. And it starts from now. Maybe Poch has to go, actually. I just think the timing, maybe it should be at the end of the season. But where do you go from here? That's the big question. Where do you go from here? And this is mind-boggling. It is really mind-boggling. Everything has not worked in. It's just a post-match rant. I mean, guys, if you're new to the channel, it's Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. I do a lot of the post-match analysis. If you love it, subscribe and turn on notification. I will see you. Bye.